we welcome you back to FOXSOUL's Black Report. So let's talk health and wellness, in particular, sickle cell.
That's right. In the U.S., sickle cell affects around 100,000 people. For Black Americans, the impact is felt disproportionately, with 1 out of every 365 Black people having sickle cell disease.
Joining us now is Kier Spates, a sickle cell warrior, survivor, and co-host of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We want to welcome you to the Black Report. I used to do morning radio, so you've been up for a minute, Kier. So appreciate you.
But this is more important.
I know.
What I fight for.
I know that's right. So let's. I'm good, darling. It's so good to see you. So let's talk about the beginning of your journey with sickle cell. When did this actually start? Like the diagnosis and how you've been able to kind of stay ahead of it a bit.
Yeah. The crazy part about it is it's so crazy. Mm-hmm. I was diagnosed. I was not diagnosed with sickle cell until I was 7 years old, and that meant my parents had 7 years of not knowing what's wrong with their child. And that's scary, knowing that I had this disease. And then after they tell me that I was diagnosed at 7, then they say, well, he's going to leave here by 11.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's only 4 years. So when I was about 10 and a half, I was playing extra hard because I'm about to go. So I was playing really strongly hard because I didn't know. And so now you get to this age and you say, you know what, your life isn't over because you have sickle cell. That does not mean that's a death sentence. Although they treat us like that, it is not. And so what we're doing is we want to change the outlook for everybody with sickle cell, because I don't look at this as an American issue. I focus on this on a global issue.
What you mean, Kier? You only look 23 and a half. What you mean at this age? You only look about 23 and a half years old, darling. What you mean?
Well, I had nothing to do with it. My mom got good genes. They ain't got nothing to do with it. But all I know is that when you look at sickle cell from a global aspect, they don't all look like us.
Yeah.
I mean, there are different people around the world that have different skin tones that have this exact same debilitating disease. And we just talk about it from America, but if you go over to the Middle East, there are people in the royal family with sickle cell. Okay, so we're not talking about this from the standpoint of it's just us. No, this is for everybody. And this is why I started this podcast. This is why I'm doing it. To just transpire to understand that I had to reconcile with death a long time ago because this is killing us. And so this is why I want somebody who just found out maybe today that their son or their daughter may have sickle cell, that they'll have some tools that my parents didn't have to equip you for this battle, that your child's going to have a different life.
Kier,
trust me.
Kier, on that point, and you don't look like what you've been through.
That's right.
What are some of the challenges? Some of the challenges that you face while living with sickle cell?
Yes, I'm telling you, my medical care is one challenge I have to deal with, because they're underserving this community of people. Okay, they're underserving us for one, and then on top of that, they're under-medicating us as well. If I tell you my pain's at a 10, don't treat it like it's a 2. If I say my medication needs to be here at this time, it should be here at this time. Don't make me wait another hour because you feel as a healthcare professional that I am lying to you and I'm becoming a drug seeker. And we all have faced these challenges. And this is why we're going to get this discussion going, because this has to change. You don't tell cancer patients, and nothing against people with cancer, we pray for all of us. But when they tell you where their pain is at, you serve that pain. And as a person with sickle cell, I need that same care. I didn't come in here and stop my good job and my good life and all the fight I have to do to come in here looking for an opioid or a drug. That's not what I have time to do. And so we're going to have this conversation, and we're going to make sure that they know that, hey, when you see somebody with sickle cell, find out, talk to them. We know what our pain level is. There's no more of an expert in this room than me.
Yeah.
So I understand.
So Junior, talk to us a little bit about the podcast, Living Your Life podcast. I've tapped in, I've listened, and the subject matter and what you're talking about is so heavy, but you managed to get in some laughs and really talk about a lighter side of your journey. I love that balance there.
Let me tell you something. I have when I'm down, I already have enough trouble.
Yeah.
But life is about finding the funny in the pain that you go through. Even then, And so living your life is just a statement that we not just people with sickle cell, but maybe you guys, maybe we're not living enough. You know, with everything that's going on, I wanted to put something together for people with sickle cell where they get to talk to some of my friends in the business and sit down and look how they're living their lives and find out how to take what you're hearing and apply it to your own life about overcoming. This is all we're talking about. We're sitting down and we're talking to Earthquake. We're talking to Kiki Shepherd. Matter of fact, in Detroit, I talked to a young lady who is 17 years old. Her name is Reem Siddiqui. She started a business at 17 where she's taking sickle cell patients to their doctor's appointments. This young lady is amazing. And guess what? She doesn't even have sickle cell. She's just been around it her entire life because her mother is a doctor who deals with sickle cell patients. So these stories we're going to go find are these amazing people in our sickle cell community. And their stories are talking about overcoming odds and situations in life. And that's why we got to get back to living your life. That's why I started.
And you know, and what is it about you know, living with sickle cell? What is it about the people living with sickle cell that you think is just so resilient? You know, this is not an easy disease for people to live with.
No.
You know, what makes folks like you so resilient?
Intestinal fortitude can handle it.
Say that again. Say that again, Junior.
Intestinal fortitude.
My goodness.
The way that I view life. See, it's not when they already tell you that this could kill you, then I'm not so much concerned about if my lights get turned off. See, I'm not worried about bills and all this type of stuff because you've already given me an expiration date, 11. I've been proving the doctor wrong for 33 years. Okay, now here I am, and then I see some of these stories. I see the pain and the hurt, and some of these people. I said, but let me tell you something. You don't even understand how much more you can take than the average person. You have some fortitude built in you. You're gonna find out in life that ain't gonna bother you. The fact of the matter is that you can tolerate this type of pain in your life. You built for something, and that's the message I want to get across to them.
Listen, Junior, thanks so much for your time. You have officially been blessed as a soulmate. We got to have you back and talk a lot more about your journey, especially as you and the podcast continue to reach and teach the masses. Tell Steve Harvey and the crew we said what up, though. And we love you and God bless.
We love y'all. 92.3 The Mix, Detroit.
Yeah, here in Detroit. We love it. You got it, baby boy. Take care. Stay safe. We love you. We'll have you back for sure, Kier.
Bless you, brother.
Thank you, man. Y'all guys have a good one.
Indeed, indeed. All right, great guy there. So positive.
Yeah, very much so.
All right, still ahead. The world of Hollywood is worried about Jamie Foxx. What is happening?
That's right. We'll tell you all about the most recent medical scare. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching FOXSOUL's Black Report.